Hi, I'm Sergeant Pearson. I've been with the Maricopa County Sheriff's Office for approximately 16 and a half years. Why did I choose a career in law enforcement? To be honest with you, it kind of chose me. There was a lot of individuals that were around me, and they were like, you know, we think that you would be great in the community and be great in serving them in the law enforcement capacity. And I would always think to myself, like, what role would I actually have in law enforcement and what can I possibly do? So after speaking with some individuals in the law enforcement industry, I decided to go ahead and apply. And it wasn't until I got into the academy when I really realized, like, okay, this is a lot bigger than me. This is about giving back to the community, and here I am. How did my family react when I joined a law enforcement agency? There were some that were supportive, and there were some that were a little apprehensive because of the fear factor. The questions were asked, you know, well, you saw what happened in the communities when we were growing up, and the negative impact in the relationships the law enforcement and the community had. Why would you want to go this route? And my answer was always, well, if I wanted to create change, I have to look in the mirror and start with myself. And that was basically more important to me, and to be able to create that change and be able to do something that's bigger than me was my purpose, and I feel like I've done a great job in that. It's about bridging that gap between the community and law enforcement. And again, I think the Sheriff's Office had done a great job in creating a community outreach program, which helped kind of bridge that gap between us and the community, and providing those resources and letting them know that we're actually here to help and we actually want to be here. And again, collectively, we can move forward in a positive way. It's about inspiring the youth. It's about inspiring the community and letting people understand and see, you know what, I have a chance, I have hope. Because again, they want to feel like they're the people of color, their community is represented, and I want to make sure that I'm doing that to the fullest capacity. Prior to me coming to courts, I was in recruitment and background investigations, and we did a lot of things to reach out to the communities, whether we were going to schools, whether in inner city or suburban communities. We were out at the military bases, career fairs, wherever we could possibly go to actually reach out to these communities of all colors, in particular the minority communities, trying to push for diversity in the workplace, because again, the colors of communities, they really want to see representation. There were obstacles that I did face being in law enforcement, and what happens is when you're in the communities of color in particular, it's that fear, it's the stigma, you know, of law enforcement. There's a lot of things that transpire from a negative aspect in history, but you know, I always try to keep the focus on what can we do to change and move forward in a positive way, and that's what's important to me. And then collectively, it takes us all as a team to get that done. Just from my perspective and my time, there has been an increase in African American presence within the law enforcement community. I believe that the Sheriff's Office in particular has done a great job in focusing and pushing on diversity. Do we have some more work that we need to do? Absolutely. We're always a work in progress, but we're definitely trending in the right direction. And as long as we continue on this path, the future will be great. I do have some advice for people of color that want to join this industry. And you have to ask yourself your why. You know, where's your why and your purpose? You know, your purpose have to be bigger than the paycheck. You know, this is more about giving back to the community, being selfless, being challenged, because this is what this career offers. And that's what it's all about at the end of the day, is giving back, you know, providing a service to the public, and again, just something that you feel good about.